I've just been watching that brand new show on the BBC, you know, the one they've been making a right song and dance about called The Voice. Yeah. It's a talent show, a singing one. But the big idea is that you don't get to see the singers, you just hear them. So all you got to judge them on is the voice. We had something like that when I was young. What was it called now? Oh yes, I remember. The radio. God, what a bunch of muppets. I have always been fond of swearing. I tend to favour the older, more poetic swear words. But the young people today, they don't call it swearing, do they? No. They call it cussing. Oh yes, there's an awful lot of cussing that goes on the number 38 bus when the schools get out. Yeah, and an awful lot of unhappiness with the other person's mum. Yeah, a lot of dissing of the mums goes on. But my favourite swear, or cuss word, is bollocks. Bollocks, bollocks, bollocks. It just feels so good in the mouth. That's the word, not the... Anyway, I'm particularly fond of the B word, as I call it, in its singular form in the phrase bollock naked. As in, on the day of his coronation, Prince Charles stood on the balcony of Buckingham Palace, bollock naked, and waved at the crowd. It'll never happen though, which is a pity. But the thing is, now that I've put that image in your head, come the glorious day when Chaz is finally crowned king, no matter how wonderful the spectacle has been, you're going to be just a tad disappointed. Bollocks. You get to my age, and there's a fair chance you've got to start each day by swallowing a handful of pills. Yeah. End up like a walking maraca. But this morning, I made the mistake of reading the possible side effects of some of these pills. And I came across the phrase, anal leakage. Anal leakage. Now there's two words that should never have been introduced to each other. Anal leakage. Yeah, I'd like to see Michael Parkinson do an ad about that. Anal leakage. When I was a kid, I was always in a hurry. Yeah, I used to run everywhere. The first day I went to school, I ran there. I remember my brother going, "Arthur, what you running for? What you running for?" But I was down the street and I wasn't turning back. I think I just used to get excited about things. You know, I wanted to get to it, you know, the next thing. I wanted to see what it was all about. I'd never been to school, so what was that like? I mean, I'm not saying I was any good at running. I just wanted to get on to the next thing. My first date, I ran to that. My first job, I ran to that. But now, well, I can't remember the last time I ran anywhere. I couldn't run now anyway. Yeah. They never tell you that, do they, about getting old? They never tell you you'll never run anywhere ever again. Well, it doesn't really matter though. Not now. You get to my age and there's nothing left worth running to. Yeah, when I was a kid, I used to run everywhere because I wanted to find out what happened next. But now I know what happens next. It's just not something I want to run towards. I went round to see Kitty in her flat last week. She was my Lil's best friend, always there for her. Yeah, when my Lil was having a bad spell, she'd always be popping in to see if she could help. Yeah, they don't make them like Kitty anymore. So, I go round and see her from time to time. Well, she don't really get out much. So anyway, I go round and I ring the bell. And she won't let me in. Right, she won't let me in, you know. And I'm shouting through the letterbox, "Kitty, it's me, it's Arthur." And she still won't let me in. So I say, "It's Arthur, you know, Lily's husband. Stop being a silly moo and let us in." Well, her place is a mess. A right mess. And Kitty's in a state too. I don't know what to do, so I say I'll make her a cup of tea. And the kitchen, God, what a state. Well, it turns out the council aren't coming in anymore. They used to come in twice a week to help with the cleaning. Half an hour, twice a week. Not a lot, is it? But it helped Kitty keep on top of things because she does forget. Half an hour, twice a week. That was all it took. So now they're not coming in anymore. And what does it matter? Who cares? Because Kitty's old and she doesn't get out much, so nobody really sees her. Yeah, so what does it matter if she lives in fucking squalor? Lives in a flat that fills up with crap. Oh yes, that's an easy saving, that, isn't it? Because no one's going to see her, are they? And it's not like she's going to kick off or start a riot. I mean, sometimes she just needs a little help keeping herself clean. She didn't want to let me in because she was ashamed. She was ashamed. No, it's not her that should be ashamed. All in it together, Davy boy? I don't think so. I don't fucking think so.